Touchy Subject Show! Coming at you, episode 20. You want to call in, win this lovely t-shirt, talk to these two fine gentlemen.
Talk that shit.
Talk that shit. 916-250-2571. Recap last week. We were talking about a man's life from the 20s or from 25 to 30.
Yeah. And the tumultuous
We didn't really
turmoil.
argue that much. We were kind of agreeing with each other. Just having a conversation like two dudes.
Just two dudes in there. Just two dudes at the end of the first fucking third of their lives.
Exactly. But I feel like I need to argue with you. I'm feeling itchy to argue.
Let's get it out, dude.
But anybody here, you want to call in? You want to join the conversation? 916-250-2571.
Do that. My phone's about to die. I'm gonna go live one more time for these.
You're gonna go live.
I'm gonna go live for these Derpalopolis.
Oh shit! Dude, that's why Jason is the man. He's on top of it. He's thought of it That is what you call an executive right there.
That's a professional.
He anticipates problems.
A consummate professional.
And he has that's
preemptive solutions.
Dude, that's all business is anticipating problems. Being a leader in an organization is anticipating those problems. And being a producer, he's the leader of this organization, and he anticipated that problem. I commend you, Jason. Good job, buddy. That is excellent work right there.
Yeah.
I like things like that, like thinking of having a charger ready in case you need a charge.
You're fucking stoked on that.
Dude, like things like that really I really respect things like that, you know, like
I would I wish I had a guy around that, like I don't think anyone's ever praised me this much for anything.
I praised you before on we were talking about organization. And I was I was really impressed by your organization stuff.
Yeah. That's true. That's true.
Things
you love that kind of stuff.
I think that's the most important things in life, to be honest.
916-250-2571.
25.
My mom was born in 71.
That's cool.
Yeah, thought you guys should all know that.
Man, so I'm probably closer to your mom's age, and I'm closer to you.
Yeah, what year were you born?
80.
I was born in 90, so not far off. Yeah, you're 9 years younger than my mom, but you're 10 years older than me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, I could be hanging out with your mom right now.
Yeah, she's pretty fucking rad, dude. I thought you were gonna say you could be my dad, and I was gonna say, well, no one's ever been my dad, so better men have tried. But
I would have to be 10 years old to be your dad.
Yeah, well,
I definitely wasn't getting late. This is what a 10-year-old Studboy looked like right there.
When did you? Is that
your that guy wasn't impregnating anything.
Dude, that guy looks like a fucking destroyer, dude. That guy'd get a girl pregnant just by looking at her, dude.
Oh.
Dude.
That's hilarious.
Were you all horned up yet at 10?
No.
I was horned up, dude.
No, I wasn't.
I was horned up by like 11, 10, 11.
Not till I was like 26.
You didn't think girls were the coolest thing ever at like 10?
No, I was definitely a late mature in that aspect.
Really?
Yeah, for sure. Well, so what do we want to talk about? You were telling me you're a fucking Bernie bro? Was that bullshit?
I'm not a Bernie bro, if that's what you're getting at. Yeah, I mean, I like him. I thought some of his policies sounded a little wacky.
Okay, so tell me. I mean, do you want to talk about politics? We can. We don't have to. We can talk about other things.
I don't give a shit. I'm just hanging out with my friend.
Jason, what would you suggest? What should we talk about? You want?
Let her rip.
Is that born?
Yeah.
Just a little bit. I think
go ahead and piss. Go ahead and piss our whole fan base off.
I fucking
go ahead and piss everyone off.
I live and breathe politics.
Let's talk that shit.
I'm all about politics all day long. But
hey, in the words of my good friend Gary Tonin, talk that shit.
All right. So what are some policies that you like about Bernie? Like, what are those list 3 of the policies? Like, okay. You know, I need this guy to be president because of these.
I don't need anyone to be president. I'm not saying.
I'm
not out there getting signatures for Bernie.
Let's not get all crazy.
I'm not out there getting signatures for Bernie.
I'm just saying, what are 3 things that you like that he's saying?
The big thing that I like
makes you want to vote for him over.
The big thing I like that the big thing I like that he's saying, he's talking about taxing corporations. I think taxing corporations. I think the Amazon makes.
All right, that's okay. Let's dig into that.
Let's dig into it.
Let's dig into that because that is the dumbest thing. That is retarded. Not saying that you.
No. But I'm saying you think that taxing corporations is a bad idea.
Well,
you think the corporation should not pay income tax? Is that that's what I'm asking?
The idea that they're not taxed is a complete fabrication. It's ridiculous.
Call in, everyone.
Tell me. I'm gonna dispose.
916-250-2571. 916-250-2571. Call in. Talk that shit.
All right. So his big thing. We'll break down. His big thing is Amazon paid nothing in taxes. We need to tax corporations, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so what is a corporation? 2 is what do you the tax rate for corporations is around like 35%, which is it's the highest.
That's pretty fucking high.
It's the highest in the Western world. So when he promotes Denmark and all these you're on there, dude. Hang on 1 second.
Hold on, you're on the air.
You're on there. So when he promotes Denmark and all these other countries, how great they are. They have a lower corporate tax rate than than us to start.
That's interesting.
So let's take Amazon for example.
Like I said, I'm not married to Bernie. It
already seems like you're wavering already.
No. Listen, you said who am I gonna? You said I think you asked me who I was gonna vote for. I said I'm leaning towards Bernie.
You're leaning. Okay.
I'm not married to Bernie, and I am open to other ideas. I'm always not in politics. In anything, if you present new evidence to me, I'm open to changing my mind. That's fucking important.
Sure. Okay.
I don't know about. I don't think wavering is the word. I think that fucking being open to new information.
It's good. That's what I like about you. Oh, let's this guy chime in. What's up, sir?
How are you?
I'm great. And first of all, Bernie is lit. So I agree with Andre.
All right, I like to hear it.
All right, dude.
I like Bernie, dude. Especially once I saw him on the Rogan podcast.
It's all facade.
Oh, yeah.
It's all
but this is the thing. Like, I mean, I don't want to just reiterate what Rogan said, but when you hear someone talk for 2 hours,
Rogan's a shill.
You get oh my god. When you hear someone talk for 2 hours in long form conversation style, you get a better idea of who they actually are than when you get these little fucking 10-second sound bites on some dog shit quote debate. Like you can't really.
Well, okay, all right, whatever.
When I heard him talk for 2 hours, I
fell under the spell.
I like the guy's fucking ideas.
You got hypnotized by Bernie, and now you're swinging off his ball.
I like the fucking guy.
So
I like the guy. It's for sure not different than the fucking.
Okay. Now, do you like him personally?
You are one step removed from the gladiator helmet guy who's swinging on Antifa in a Trump shirt. That's where you're at right now. So me being on Bernie's nuts
I got
not.
Space Force on right now.
Yeah, dude.
I hope you know what. I spilled pizza sauce on. Look at that. I hate that. I put it on like I got fucking some type of
the white. I mean that's
some type of condiment.
That's something we can all agree on. Is a white shirt is hard to fucking deal with.
Sir? I need to dig into this corporate tax rate real quick. But what did you have something you want to chime in on?
No, he's 2 verse 1. He's on the Bernie side, so we're gonna listen to you talk about this corporate tax rate.
Well, let's give him that choice.
Okay, sorry.
You want to listen to me, or you want to say something yourself, sir?
I think that all right. So personally, I haven't decided which way I'm gonna actually swing, but Bernie does seem like the most logical choice since World War III does not seem fun. And honestly, I just really need to from that 2 hour, it could have been longer 2 hour podcast that Bernie was on with Joe. I did learn a lot more than I knew about him, but there's still other candidates. I forgot what that one woman candidate's name is.
Tulsi.
Jocko was really big on her. I can't remember her name.
Amy Klobuchar?
I think so. She was on Joe Rogan's as well.
Tulsi, yeah.
It has to be Tulsi. That's the whole. There's this whole internet world, and so it's Tulsi and Bernie, and it's all bullshit.
Well, tell us why.
Actually, I like Tulsi. And I'm not saying I don't dislike. I don't. There's not all the policies that I disagree with Bernie. I think we're in unison with as far as like foreign wars go. I think that is like probably one of my
interventionist policies. Like we have
anti-intervention. I'm more of a protectionist. I'm more of an isolationist. Doesn't mean we can't help, help, or do whatever we want with other countries. But America first is.
What's the old quote? Go out fighting. Who was it? Not Churchill. Who was it? One of those old guys around that era. I'm butchering it, but he's like, don't go out and fight. Don't go out and find foreign monsters to fight. Basically, like.
Yeah,
don't go out. If I'm going to find the quote,
whatever that is. But okay, so
don't go out and find foreign monsters to fight. Basically, don't go out and get yourself into a bunch of different.
Yeah, I mean, if you're looking for a fight, you're going to find one. Essentially.
Right.
Okay, so
yeah.
All right, so I mean, I'll give Bernie that, but Trump has the same foreign policy, if not better, than Bernie does, and Bernie doesn't really talk that much about foreign policy. But I'm assuming, I would agree with Bernie on that one, but I feel that Trump has the same thing. He's actually doing that, is trying to wean down the wars. So regardless, that's one, which is okay. I'll give you that one. What is another policy for the? What was your name, sir? By the way, we didn't even introduce you.
Oh, my name's Ryan.
Ryan, where are you from?
Kentucky.
Kentucky?
Kentucky.
Yep. All right. So, what else about Bernie do we want to talk? You have anything else to say, or should I dig into the corporate tax rate?
That was my first thing is the corporate. That was my first thing is the corporate tax rate. If you have something else, Ryan, you can throw it in there and let him take a swing at it. I'd like to hear about the corporate tax rate, though. I want to hear about that.
Let's hear about it.
Okay, all right. So I'm going to convince, and I'm glad that both of you guys are open-minded in this, you know, and you're looking here. So let's set some boundaries that we can all agree that Bernie's whole thing is Amazon doesn't pay anything in taxes.
Right.
So essentially, he's like, Amazon found some fucking loophole or something. Is that? I mean, like when you hear that, what do you think?
I think that corporations get taxed differently than a sole proprietor.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So
100%.
Okay. So if you're say you're an employee of a corporation versus the corporation, for starters, let's assume that we do tax corporations and stuff, right? What do you like? Let's say we raise the corporate tax to 50%. What do you think is going to happen then? You think we're just going to get flooded with this money? What do you think is going? What's the next step after? Okay, you have a fucking chair business. You make chairs. Now on your profits, we're gonna take 50% of your profits.
Okay, well, I would say that we're not talking about a chair business. We're talking about one of the biggest companies in the
whatever
world.
It is. Whatever.
But I'm saying that
you're the biggest chair business ever.
The idea, what would probably happen?
Yeah.
Is that the thing that happens to most of our tax money, in my opinion, is that it pays corrupt career politicians.
No.
What should happen with the tax money is that it should be put into schools.
No,
and
I'm not even going to get into that. I'm asking you. Bernie's advocating for higher taxes on corporations. Right now, the corporate tax rate is around 35% or so. Okay, that's where we're at with it, which is the highest in the Western world.
So you're asking me where the money would go if they were
No, I'm
more?
asking you. Let's say we raise those corporate taxes up to 50%.
Okay.
What do you think is going to happen next as far as a corporation? What do you think they're going to do?
You're saying they're going to leave America, or you're going?
Well, that's one possibility. Or they're just going to fucking raise the prices of what they're selling. There's no it's not like the corporation goes, oh well, I'm just going to be greedy and take my money. They're gonna make.
You don't think corporations do that?
They're gonna make as much money as they possibly can.
For sure.
Whatever that is. So if you're the only chair company, right? If you're the only chair company,
I'm listening.
And you
cornered the market.
What's that?
I said cornering the market.
Yeah, you're the only. Yeah, and then we go and tax that only chair company. then yeah, okay, maybe they don't. There's nobody else driving the prices down or driving the prices up, but they're where you're selling goods and stuff. They're pretty much where they're going to be. So if you're going to say, hey, we need to take more taxes out of it, that's all it's going to do is raise the prices on it. Okay, so tell me what an acceptable rate would be that makes you say, oh well, we need that money because it doesn't make any sense. Now on top of it, you take like Jeff Bezos. Think about all the taxes they fucking do pay.
Right.
Payroll tax, income, every single so they're paying a huge payroll tax on every single one of their employees. Say they got 1 million employees. They're paying their payroll tax. Each employee that gets paid by them, they're all paying their income tax. So Jeff Bezos that made, say he made $1 billion last year, he personally is paying that income tax. Now you got, if they own a property, they got their property tax. If they say they put a fucking building up, they are paying building fees, inspection fees, sewer treatment fees, environmental impact studies.
Probably property tax too, right?
All of those fucking, they're all fucking taxes. So just to say, to use a scapegoat like Amazon, and I don't love Amazon. I think Amazon, I don't care if they go out of business. It doesn't matter to me. But to just say that they go, well, they don't fucking pay taxes, it's just nonsense. They pay a fucking ton of taxes. Now, maybe one argument would be is that they do, like a big corporation like Amazon will go into a town, and then the town will give them breaks on, like, okay, if you can build your corporation here, we're not going to charge you all these fees because you're going to
bring a bunch of revenue to the.
It's going to bring revenue, and all, let's say they have a job of 100 people making $100,000. Well, they're getting the money taxed back that way.
Yeah.
So the idea that corporations don't pay taxes is a complete farce. It's retarded, to be honest with you. And so let's say Amazon and to go back on top of it, which most people don't know, if most taxes, like you talk like Amazon, let's say Amazon didn't pay taxes on like this year, and they made $1 billion in profit, and somehow they didn't pay taxes on that, right? Does that fucking make any sense to you whatsoever?
Yeah, makes sense.
Well, okay, so there's a tax rate for corporations, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I do now.
You do now. You didn't know that when you were Bernie.
No.
So you do now. So now you know that. Now there's and I might not. And again, I want to press it. I don't know if it's 35%, but it's something like that.
You think it's around 30% though?
It's around there or so. Okay. And it might be lower or whatever. But
let's
say it's 15%.
What I'm saying is, that's a big.
Whatever.
As a sole proprietor or whatever, as an independent contract, they tax me at 33%, which is a huge fucking amount.
So 21%. Okay, it's at 21%. Okay. All right. So Bernie's making it sound like it's at 0.
Right.
It's at 21%.
Yeah. All
right. So we know that there's a corporate tax rate. He's saying Amazon doesn't pay any taxes. Well, does that fucking make any sense whatsoever? So is Amazon going to the government and say we're not going to pay any taxes to you, or are they just cheating, or what are they doing to not pay that 21%?
I don't know, because I'm not in the corporate world, but the narrative
does it make sense? It doesn't make sense.
Well, it does. Right? It makes some sense because people find ways around taxes. There's loopholes there. I mean, what I'm saying is them paying. Just like I said, I'm open to the idea of new information. Like them paying 21% makes perfect sense to me. But them also finding ways. But them also finding ways around paying that money.
Sure.
Also makes sense to me because I'm not part of the corporort world, and they also have a lot of sway, and they probably have a lot of lobbyists. They probably have a lot of influence over public officials. So my thing is this: like, if someone came to me and said they're supposed to pay 21%, but they don't pay $1, and they presented good evidence, I'd believe it.
Okay.
I like what you're saying. It makes sense that there would be. It makes sense that they wouldn't pay anything. That makes more sense to me than someone be like, they pay nothing. Them paying 21% makes sense, but I wouldn't be shocked if they found ways around paying 21%.
Okay.
Even if they paid a much lower rate, it wouldn't shock me.
Yeah. So one will establish they are paying a shit ton of taxes, just not the corporate. this one tax of at least 7 different other taxes that they have paid or that their entity has generated. So they're paying a shit ton of taxes in other aspects. Just this one other added tax they may have not paid on.
Well, the
that.
21 is probably a bigger, right? 21. The income tax is probably higher than
tax for someone like Jeff Bezos, and if you say it's in California, it's probably about 50 to 60%.
It's insane, yeah.
So just thinking about
yeah, Kentucky, you probably don't have taxes like that on it. You guys probably are.
Yeah,
not at all.
Dude,
not at all.
Think about all his properties and then his vice president property.
Yeah.
So let's say and let's put the fact that last year they didn't pay any corporate tax rate on this one specific tax. Well, why could that be? Well, they say found loopholes. Well, what is a fucking loophole? So let me ask you this question. If you're a corporation, let's say for the last 5 years, you lost $5 million every single year, and then this year you made, for say the last 3 years, you lost $5 million each year. So you're down $15 million, and you made $10 million this year. Right. Should you pay a fucking tax on that $10 million? But if you add them all together, you're still down $5 million. Yeah. What's that? Is fucking okay? So you're still down $5 million,
right?
So is that a fucking loophole? What's fair about that? I mean, you shouldn't be paying taxes on money that you're
lost,
not making.
Yeah.
And then let's say they had their,
but they didn't lose $5 million. They made a shitload of money.
Yeah, but how much did they lost going in the past? Like how much did they lose going to the years prior? I mean, you don't know their finances.
And we all have to. We're speculating, yeah. I don't know.
I mean, their finances are publicly publicly known. You can find this information. So the money that
Will you look that up for us?
The profit that they made. I mean, that's going to be a hard thing to find, but you're going to have to dig through all these sheets and stuff. But the money that they made, the money that they made, it was spent investing in the company or doing other stuff that's getting paid in other aspects on top of it. So when he says that, and that's really
that's a fault. You saying that Bernie's
baiting people like
Bernie's narrative of like he said, people like me.
No, yeah, I mean, most people don't understand the inner workings of tax code.
I never worked for a corporation.
I mean, so you actually have a corporation now.
I have a corporation now.
So you're going to learn this.
Yeah.
These things aren't the idea that Amazon just doesn't pay taxes it's insane.
It's a false narrative you're saying.
Yeah, and another good example, the other one that they tore it out to be is Walmart. Oh, Walmart doesn't pay any taxes on it. It's well, for starters, how let's say all the revenue that Walmart brings in, how much profit is Walmart even making on all that, percentage-wise?
I mean, they have to be making a good amount of profit because
the way
they're expanding, they have to be making money.
They make a ton of profit, but let's just say they bring in $100 million, or let's say $100 to keep it real simple. What is their profit percentage on that $100 million revenue that they bring in?
Well, they're getting taxed at 21%. I don't know.
No, after all taxes are paid and everything, they have a profit that they make.
I don't know.
3%. They make 3% on that. So every dollar they bring in, they're taking 3 cents out of that dollar for themselves.
But they bring in a lot of fucking dollars.
That's their whole business model.
A lot of dollars.
How much is the government getting from all their revenue?
I don't know.
Well, how much is sales tax? 8%.
8%, right.
So the government is making 8%.
And they're making 3%.
And they're making 3%. And then they're having the government officials saying they're too greedy and they're not making, and they need to pay more. Thinking about in those terms a little bit.
Yeah, no, it recontextualizes it for sure. Like I said, I'm open to the new info. It definitely gives you something to think about. Let me ask you this.
And I'm not one of these fucking no tax type guys, libertarian.
Yeah.
I understand, dude. There's roads. There's a certain you have to pay for what you use. As simple as that. And a corporation might use it more than other corporations or other things. But his whole narrative is. It's dumb. It's just not. It's not.
Okay, so while you're on this roll, so because I'm gonna fan the fire.
Sure.
How do you feel? Because I don't know. I'm not really sure how I feel about this. The tax and corporations, when I thought that they didn't get taxed anything, made perfect sense to me. What I'm not sure about is erasing people's student loans. I want to hear you talk about that.
Oh my god. Okay. Well, for one thing,
because when I hear him talk about getting rid of student loans, when I hear that, I'm skeptical of that. That's something I'm actually skeptical.
Well, I mean that is just
like free school, basically free school.
Well, okay. There's two things. Erasing student loans is
because I might be wrong. He's talked about both, right?
He wants to give everybody free college, and then he wants to forgive all student loan debt.
Okay.
Essentially like that.
Yeah.
Okay. So basically, he just want to erase every student loan debt is one, devalues all the degrees that people got, and it's like, well, and it's incentivizing bad behavior. Okay, so if I save, I pay for my college, then I could go and whine to a politician and go, well, make me not have to pay back my.
Do you think that there's some merit to the idea though that to sign a child up, like we talked about, like you're not a fucking adult man.
Yeah.
Like you're not an adult man. And what was your name again, sir?
Ryan,
I want to hear your thought about this too. Ryan, did you go to college?
Tech school, community college.
Attaboy. Attaboy.
Good man. I like this guy.
Yeah, hell yeah. I would argue, and I've heard the argument made, and I think there is some merit to it, that to sign a 17-year-old or 18-year-old,
they don't know what they're signing, right?
Yeah, like to sign them up for $150,000 worth of debt is sort of is bad behavior. It's bad behavior in and of itself.
When I got out of college, I had like $80,000 in debt for college.
You never seen $80,000 before.
Dude, I didn't even I didn't even know how I was gonna make $80,000 in my entire life.
Right.
There was no way, but I wasn't a victim of anything. I made poor choices. Now,
so the people who got over on you, you're saying it's rewarding bad behavior.
Yeah.
But it was bad behavior to sign you up.
It was bad behavior by me, and it was bad behavior by them. But thank you. So
is rewarding them for their bad behavior
it's rewarding,
worse than rewarding people who got duped for their bad behavior? Which is worse?
Well, you're not penalizing anybody. You're just giving whoever owns the loan. You're just giving them their fucking loan.
So I'm saying you're saying it rewards bad behavior.
It rewards bad behavior if I'm taking out student loan.
But when you pay the money back,
if I took out a student loan and something I can't afford, and then I get some politician to forgive it, you're
getting your bad behavior rewarded.
But
is it rewarding the bad behavior of schools and their scheme to pay
that's their bad behavior too.
So when you pay them back, but they're being rewarded for the bad behavior by you paying back on their scheme that they duped you into it when you were 17 or 18.
Do I say that again?
By paying them back your $80,000, you rewarding them for you're basically letting their scheme work. They duped it. That's what I'm saying. Is it?
We're saying I'm being complicit in their.
No, I'm saying that either way, someone's bad behavior is being rewarded. Either you don't pay.
I think there's a little more nuance to that. I mean, even though you may.
I think there's more nuance to just rewarding bad behavior by not making people pay back for bad. But I'm saying if we're gonna simplify it to rewarding bad behavior, then is it not also in a way rewarding a fucking Ponzi scheme, like their bad, like the institution's bad behavior?
You purchased a product from them,
right?
And now, regardless of it, I mean, there's the student loans are heavy regulated.
But name another product. Name another thing that you can get $80,000 in debt to at 17. Like no one will hand you $80,000 worth of anything at 17.
So that's the thing, and why do they do that? That's the thing, and that's the creepy part about it. That's the government's creepy part about it is that they made it so you cannot default. You can't declare bankruptcy on your student loans.
Right.
So if you can't fucking do that, and you're the person giving the loan, why wouldn't you give it to every fucking person possible? You would just you're going to get paid back no matter what. They have to. They can't declare bankruptcy on it. That's the whole importance of a bankruptcy law is to mitigate that risk. So if you know as a lender, if you know someone can't default on your loan, well, then you have no responsibility.
Right. There's zero risk for you.
There's no risk for anybody. So what Bernie is now, he's right in the sense that there is a student loans is an issue. That I believe that's an issue. Right. It's a very easy, simple fix.
But the fix isn't paying for everybody.
Well, so it's not even paying for anything. He's asking you. You didn't go to college.
Right.
He's asking you to pay for my irresponsibilities. That's not right. Like, he wants you to pay. You know, you just made a decent amount on your fight. Right. He wants you to pay for somebody that unknowingly took it out, and then he wants you to pay the lender for not taking any time to do their vetting and make sure that this person's going to go out and pay off their loans. Yeah. Like, that's the whole relationship between lenders and lendees, should say, or borrowers, is bankruptcy. That's the ultimate equalizer. That's why you have a credit score.
Right.
Because if you could just take out a loan and never have to pay it back, and there's no consequences to you on it, then no one's going to loan. Yeah. But now, if you're the lender and no one can ever default on it,
there's zero risk for you.
There's zero risk for it, so you can loan out whatever you want.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So his solution is bullshit, because all he's trying to do is pander to young college kids to get to vote for him.
Yeah, they don't want to pay their fucking.
They don't want to pay their loans. Yeah. Well, fuck, I don't want to pay my loans. Yeah. Fuck that. I mean, will I get my $80,000 back? I should get a credit for that. Yeah. I paid it back.
Yeah.
Why shouldn't I get $80,000 back?
Ryan, let me ask you this, because I think that not enough people go to tech or trade schools. I think that
I'm a big advocate.
How old are you, Ryan?
I am 21.
Damn, young guy, dude. Hell yeah.
That's good.
And I think a lot of people in our generation, for whatever reason, it's like it's not cool to learn a trade. Like, everybody thinks they're going to be an entrepreneur or start a t-shirt company, or that
yeah.
Everybody's the next Gary Vee, whatever. And like, it's cool. Like, Don't get me wrong, Gary Vee's the fucking man, but not everybody's him. Very few people
I don't really know him really well.
Very few people are going to be that guy. Very few people are going to be fucking movie stars or rock star fucking startup guy, like whatever. So learning a trade, in my opinion, learning a trade is like sort of this lost thing that's so valuable. And I respect the fuck out of you for doing it. How much did you, can I ask you if you're comfortable, how much did your tech school education cost? Because I want to compare it to, I mean, what's an average student loan? Like $100,000?
No, I shouldn't be that much. I mean,
I think it's up there,
mine is from all through grad school and stuff like that.
Okay,
I got,
so
like,
we'll say 60. 60 is fair.
Yeah, let's say, what do you think? Like 30 grand, probably?
My experience, I was like a little bit under 20.
Really? I thought it was huge.
Well, no, because I got some Pell grants.
Yeah, I mean,
will you Google what the average cost is? Okay, sorry, Ryan.
Not the average cost, but the average student loan debt.
The average student loan debt. So what did you pay for your total trade school, Ryan?
I paid. I only attended it for about 3 years. Got my certificate, got my diploma, and got out since it wasn't an actual degree or nothing. I got my certificate in auto body, and 8th semester for all the classes that I was taking, it was about $2,400, which isn't bad compared to. I was actually going to go to university here in my hometown, Murray State University, and I did the math on that, and I would have had to take in, even after scholarships and everything, I would have had taken like a 40 grand loan out. So I ended up so much better off.
Yeah, and the other thing too is how hard was it to get how easy or how hard was it to get a job as soon as you left a trade school? Like, did you have something
much easier?
You had something basically lined up, right?
Yes, I had so many friends that were older than me that graduated Murray State that don't even have a job in the field they got a degree in. Like, aren't nearly making enough to actually pay off their student loans and everything. And, you know, sometimes that just happens, and they're out bad from that. I just didn't want to see myself like that.
Yeah, man. I just talked to a buddy of mine who graduated from Sac State. I was so proud of him for going to school. First guy in his family to go to college, especially a real university like that, is a big deal, man. And Obviously I'm fucking incredibly proud of him, but he got his degree in psychology and he graduated.
Good luck with that.
And him and I were talking. Now he owns a successful business. He's like, he's doing really well for himself, but it has absolutely nothing to do with psychology. And he was like, dude, when I got out of like you're sort of sold this thing where like you get out of college and you expect to just walk off campus and start a job, and it's like that's not what the fuck happens.
And that kind of goes back to last week's episode of that 25-year-old.
Yeah.
Like between 25 and 30, like especially for me, that you realize what you were being sold is not fucking true whatsoever.
Because you have a degree in psychology as well,
I have
right?
a fucking master's degree in psychology.
How did that work out? Now you're doing a podcast with a toothless fighter.
Yeah, exactly.
Hell yeah.
A lot of trade schools actually like have companies and stuff, since it's like you said, not many people go for trades anymore.
Right.
A lot of trade schools and tech schools, like before they even send the students to graduate, before they even graduate or get certified, they have companies in there looking to hire people.
Yeah, they
even
pull.
out the classroom.
They pull. From my understanding, they pull specifically from like your school, right? Like they'll look at how well you're doing, and you'll have job offers basically before you graduate.
If you can learn a skill or a trade, you'll never not have a job.
Yeah.
Like if you know how to weld, you don't need to, like if you say you're a welder. This guy's an auto body.
Yeah.
Yes. I mean something like
that's not going away though. I mean,
that's not going away.
Like,
so
no, there's always going to be bad drivers.
Yeah.
For sure.
There is you will have you can work for the rest of your life. Like you don't have to work. You can work for yourself. You can fucking talk to your neighbors and stuff. People always need that stuff done. Like there's like psychology. You might not have a job. You know, you can go work at a clinic or maybe start your own business, but like it's not that solid. But if you can learn a trade, if you're good at the trade particularly, you'll never not have a job in your entire life. I mean, I think it's a weird thing. We've done our society a disservice by ramping back the I think it started like in the 70s where there was like trying to basically belittling people that goes into the trades, now you'll make a ton of money.
For sure.
The richest people I know are in the trade businesses and stuff.
Yeah, it's almost become its own niche thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
What do you think?
I think
good spot.
Good. Was there any other things with about Bernie that you?
No, I like what we covered. Honestly, I think.
So are you kind of like not about Bernie now? Or
it's not that I'm not about Bernie. I'm always open to new ideas, and it gave me some stuff to think about.
I definitely want to learn more.
Yeah, 100%.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, I like I said before, and Ryan, I'll let you go last to finish the episode because we appreciate having you on, man. You're a great guest.
Anytime.
My thing is, for me, especially with things like politics, like I try not to be married to any ideas. Like when you hear scientists talk, and it's like the best way to prove your theory is to have other people try to disprove it.
Yes.
Like I am this way with ideas like politics. Like I would rather someone give me new information and fuck my idea of what I like up, because if you just spend time around people who agree with you, then you end up in these echo chambers that you see when you see people you see the Trump hysteria, the pro-Trump and the anti-Trump hysteria. You see liberals on college campuses booing biologists out of their speeches because they're saying biological facts. You see people in fucking MAGA hats fucking punching whatever. You don't
really see that, but
I've seen it. I've seen it with my own fucking eyes. What are you talking about?
You see small A?
You see, I've seen all the things I'm naming. I have things I've seen. Like, it's you when you spend time in an echo chamber, you start to think that your own shit is the only thing. And so, I actually appreciate getting new information. So yeah, I like it.
I'm filled with information.
You are, dude. Mostly about 80s punk and like other weird things, but good information still.
Pizza rolls.
Yeah, I like the best snack foods for sure.
Pockets.
Dude, I miss pizza rolls. Go ahead, Ryan. Send us home.
It was an honor to call in and actually talk to y'all, and I learned a lot. I didn't know as much about corporate tax and policies as until y'all started covering it, and now I feel a lot more educated. And to end it off, shout out to you, Touchy Fili. I've been a big fan of yours for a long time.
Means a lot, man.
Personally, like, you got one of my favorite fighting styles. I'll watch you anytime. Shout out to Team Alpha Male.
Thanks, brother.
That's it. Keep on killing it, man.
Hell yeah, dude.
Y'all
Thanks, Ryan.
Y'all have a good one. Anytime.
Hell yeah. Get a call back in soon.
What's up?
Oh,
I certainly will.
Ryan,
Hey.
Ryan,
Yeah.
Ryan, go ahead and guess my credit score, and if you get it right on the number, you get this 1-of-1 shirt. Literally the only shirt ever fucking made this style. So guess my credit score on the number, and it's yours, dude. I'm pulling for you.
Okay. See, I think that you're a smart man, so I think that you have that under. I think you have it under control. I think you have a good credit score. I think it's 702.
So it's actually. Do we tell him higher or lower?
No. Wrong.
Hey, I appreciate you giving me that much credit. You're not that far. You're not that far off. I'll give you that. You're not that far off.
I gave it a go.
Hey, thank you, brother. Thanks for. Call again soon, please.
We should do.
I am. I was just so happy to talk to y'all. Thank
Hell
you.
yeah. Later, brother.
Have you ever seen UHF?
Uh-uh.
Have you? Anybody know what I'm talking about?
Have you ever seen X-Arm?
I don't know. So we need this. We need this drop for anything like this. Type Google or go on YouTube UHF Wheel of Fish and bring that up, and we need to have this response to anybody. There you go. Okay, here, let's watch this.
Oh no.
Today, one of these lucky contestants will win his or her weight in fish
classic
right
movie,
here on Wheel of
So it's you never seen UHF?
Okay, let's play the game. We start with yesterday's winner, Miss Phyllis Weaver. Are you ready, Weaver?
I sure am, Cooney.
Okay, you get over there and spin the wheel of fish. Go ahead, give it a
funny.
big
In my mind, it's
spin. A red snapper. It's very tasty. Okay, Weaver, listen carefully. You can hold on to your red snapper, or you can go for what's in the box that Hiro-san is bringing down the aisle right now.
What the fuck is going on?
What's it gonna be?
The game show.
I'll take the box. The box.
You took the box. Let's see what's in the box. Nothing! Absolutely nothing! Stupid! You're so stupid!
Fuck.
I feel like that's what when someone guesses it.
Will you now will you type in X-Arm? I want you to see X-Arm.
All right, we got excellent.
Oh yeah.
What is this?
Oh, you're gonna see X-Arm Greatest Hits. Go ahead and click on that.
All right, we got. Okay.
This is MMA arm wrestling.
Oh, I've seen this before.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
There's definitely going to be a lot of knockouts in this. I don't see any other way.
Is that Frank Mir?
Who could take the most punishment? There's going to be lots of blood.
Fast forward this.
So this
I'm going to mess people up.
training right now.
For X-Arm. This is guys.
Is a brand
These
new
guys
combat
tied
sport
arm
that
to arm, and
combines
you
the
either
best
win by
of
pinning the guy's
hardcore
arm or knocking
wrestling,
him out.
kickboxing, and
Oh my God.
jiu-jitsu.
So they have like MMA gloves on. Is that Wayne
That the pain?
That looks like Wayne the Pain.
Here we
So
go.
they're tying their arms together, and now they just start.
And they just start. One guy head kick knockout and
Oh my
arm bar.
God. That is ridiculous.
If looks could kill, he might win this fight. Who knows? This is
Asinine. Kicks him in his
He's
head.
kicking him in his head.
Oh yeah.
There's a pin right there.
Oh my God.
Holy shit. Can you believe this was a thing? Knocks him out.
That is the greatest thing ever.
Yeah. A little bit of trash TV for you before we say goodbye.
All right, that's good. That's good. I think we need to exit on that.
I think that's a good way to end things.
I think that if we cut that stupid, that would be a good.
I like it.
A good clip. I like that.
like it.
Have you ever seen that before? No. Jose, that's why he was laughing earlier. He knew it was coming. All right. Anything else you want?
I like it.
Any more knowledge you need?
No, I think we're good. I don't know if I can take any more.
So
lot for us all to think about here.
Yeah. So his ideas are bullshit.
A thinking man show.
TouchySubjectShow.com. Go there for any needs that you have. You have anything? Outcasts and underdogs.
We're dropping some new hoodies soon. Really dope. Based on this tattoo I just got on my palm.
Let me see that tattoo.
Being alive hurts.
All right.
Pain is beauty. You know what I'm saying?
You could slap a bitch with that?
No, I would never do that.
Oh.
I'll slap an adult man in the gauge.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, totally.
You know, I'm not talking about female.
When you look like me, you got to be real specific about who you're.
Okay, all right.
Just wait. It'll never happen. But God forbid TMZ ever come out with a touchy Fili domestic. Every single person would be like, I knew it. I could tell by his. I knew it. You have no idea how many people are waiting for me to prove that I'm a scumbag, but I'm not.
You feel like you're being.
I'm a good guy.
Being profiled.
Oh, I profiled so much, dude.
Makes sense.
But guess what? Y'all gonna have to keep waiting because I'm a good person.
All right.
So suck on it. Yeah, I'm gonna slap some people with this. Being alive hurts. I got some hoodies coming out. I got some. I got a Touchy Fili shirt. I don't really like doing my own name on shirts, but a couple of people requested it, so I'm gonna do a Touchy Fili shirt. It's all at Outcast underdogs. Outcast underdogs. And I got some new music coming soon.
Born Breach.
We
heard him in the beginning of the show. We're gonna hear him on the play.
That's right. We got some new music coming, and
I love Born Breach.
now.
Gonna go the Rage show in Oakland?
Oh yeah, I'm fucking buying tickets
Rage
to that
Against
for
the
sure.
Machine?
Rage Against the Machine is back.
Wait, when is that?
On sale tomorrow.
It's right after Coachella. So
Yeah.
Rage Against the Machine in Oakland.
And Run the Jewels is opening for him, which is fucking dope.
See, I kind of got like.
I want to open for them. I wanted to go Born Breach, Run the Jewels, and then Rage Against the Machine.
You guys should set up as people walk in and have a concert.
Just do a free show out front.
Yeah.
Just fucking snake their show.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Everybody
People
be like, oh yeah, I think I'm good. I think we'll see this. Stay here.
People would throw trash at us. What happened? All right, yeah. TouchySubjectShow.com.
Yeah, we learned about some corporate tax rates.
Yeah.
Very.
Yeah, dude. Some people tuned in and went, "What the fuck's going on around here?" If you tuned in for MMA knowledge, you blew it.
This is Rage.
Yeah.
Wait, this is Rage Against the Machine?
No, this is my band, and the song's called Rage.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's all Rage.
I like it.
Thanks, dude.
Yeah. All right, man. Yo.
Natural disaster, fatherless bastard. Fuck the mother of your child and never call her after. Damn, that's fucked up.